multiplication and division of real numbers. Okay, a negative number such as minus 7 is understood to be minus 1 times 7. Thus, 3 times minus 2.2. Notice there was no symbol, there's no operator there. They're just right next to each other, and that's understood to be multiplication. So 3 times minus 2.2 is 3 times 2.2 times minus 1. Okay, so 3 times 2.2 is, of course, 6.6 times minus 1, and we end up with minus 6.6. Given that minus 1 times minus 1 is equal to positive 1, we can count the negative signs in a product. Okay, if it's an even number, if they all pair up, then the product of that multiplication is going to be a positive number. Okay. If the number of negative signs is odd, the product is going to be negative. Okay, so we have minus 4 times minus 7.4. We pull out minus 1 times minus 1 times 4 times 7.4. 4 times 7.4 is 29.6. And we see that the number of minus 1s is even. Okay, so minus 1 times minus 1 is just, oops, wait. Okay, minus 1 squared is 1, and it simply drops out. And our answer is a positive 29.6. In our third example, we're going to work with some fractions here. Okay, I know that we haven't gotten to fractions yet, but I just want you to follow along, and the main thing I want you to pay attention to is our one are called factorization, okay, which we're going to run into later, okay, and the number of minus signs. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3. So anybody care to guess whether or not, or what the sign of this product is going to be? We have 3 numbers multiplied by each other. What is the sign going to be? Okay, so I'm going to pull those minus signs out as negative ones. So this is minus 1 to the third power. It's of course just going to be negative right there. And you can see that. Okay, so we have 3/8 times 10/18 times 4/5. These are all fractions here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these down. I'm going to break, like 10 is 2 times 5. Now 2 and 5 are called prime numbers. There's no number equals 5 except 1, and there's no product of two numbers that equals 5 except 1 and 5. 1 in itself. Those are the only factors. 2 is the same thing. So 2 and 5. 10 is, we're going to represent 2 as 10 and 5. 2 and 5. 4 is of course 2 times 2. 5 is of course prime. 18. Oh my goodness. That's, what is that? That's like 9 times 2. Well, 9 is 3 times 3 times 2. That's 18. 3 and 8 is 3/8. Well, 3 is prime, but 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. So let's come on down here, and the first one we're going to work with are the powers or factors of 2. So there are 3 factors of 2 in the numerator, and there are 4 factors of 2 in the denominator. So what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the same number of factors in the numerator and the denominator. Notice here that we've still got a factor of 2 left over because there's no corresponding one in the numerator. Okay, so 2 times 2 times 2 is going to cancel out with 2 times 2 times 2 times. Those are going to go away. We're left with a single power of 2 here. And now we're going to address the powers of 3. There's a factor of 3 in the numerator here and a factor of 3 in the denominator here. Those are going to cancel with each other. This is going to leave this factor as 1 over 1. 1 divided by 1 is just 1. So we're going to drop that. It's understood to be 1. And here we're going to deal with the factors of 5. There's 1 power of 5 in the numerator and 1 power of 5 in the denominator. So this fraction here becomes 1 over 1. That factor goes away there. That's just 1 over 3 times 2. 1 over 3 times 2, 1 over 1. And we end up with the product. Oh, remember that negative sign out there? It's back. Okay. 1 over 3 times 2 is 6, or negative 1/6. Okay. And I think that's probably enough for multiplication and division right now. I suppose one other thing that we should know here is that if we were to take minus 3, we're going to divide it by minus 5. I'm going to go ahead and put that around and make it clear that this is minus 3 divided by minus 5. Again, that would be 3 divided by 5 times minus 1 divided by minus 1. And again, that minus 1 divided by minus 1, that's of course, anything divided by itself is just 1, and that's 3 divided by 5. So again, we still have the same thing with even powers, even factors of minus 1 cancel each other out. Oops, that's not 3 points, that is 3 divided by 5. There you go. All right, so it works in division as well. All right, if you have any questions, let's post them in the discussion board and we can work together on them, okay?